confident. Meeting these young people, they were incredible. And a couple of them giggled a little bit when I walked in, but after they kind of settled down, they were, they knew their stuff.
Here is a man who was just disgraced around the world. Here is a man who could not control one act in Europe. Here is a man who went to try and control Europeans with regard to Crimea, 0. Give him a 0 on that test. Ukraine, 0. Middle East, 0. And he comes back again, he goes to school children, and they giggle, and he's happy. Now, concurrent with this, we have Al Sharpton. As far as I can tell now, the president is, as I speak, embracing Al Sharpton. You know, I said yesterday that Al Sharpton is one of the worst people in America, in American history. I don't know if that was an overstatement. In fact, I'd like to ask you this question. If you were to rank the 10 most wanted people in American history, who would they be? Who would be the 10 worst people in American history and why? I think, boys and girls, let's make believe this is a graduate seminar. Savage University, graduate seminar. And I'm asking you a simple question. Who are the 10 worst people in American history and why? It's a very simple question, but you have to say why, not just because you don't like the way they look or the color of their skin. Tell me what they did that makes them bad. Tell them why they should be on the 10 most wanted list. And by the way, this applies to living or dead. Who are the 10 worst Americans in American history? I would rank Al Sharpton in the top 10. Why? Because he hijacked the civil rights movement for his own personal gain, in my estimation. He is one of the worst people in America because he took Dr. King's legacy and used it for personal gain. That's why I put him at the top of the list. Who is worse than Al Sharpton? Well, you could say Barack Obama, who has used race to get where he is, and now that he's there, he's using race to divide America and get away with what he gets away with. You could say that, but those are the obvious ones. Who else is on that list? Now, Sharpton today denied that he was a rat. He says he was a cat. Listen to clip 2 and tell me what you think of this one.
I was not and am not a rat because I wasn't with the rats. I'm a cat. I chase rats.
See, and I did that in front of a closed group, the way Obama does. Obama goes to school children, and Al Sharpton goes to his audience. This is the way politics works in this country today. There's no democracy. There's no such thing as an open democracy. It's a closed shop at all levels. And so the FBI snitch story was covered in detail yesterday on the Savage Nation. We had the author from The Smoking Gun on the show. We're the only ones in radio who touched this, by the way. Why didn't Rush Limbaugh touch this story? Why did Sean Hannity avoid this story? Why did all the others, the lesser lights, not talk about Al Sharpton and the FBI snitch story? Why? Why am I the only one who touched it? Tell me why. I mean, why didn't Rush Limbaugh touch this story? Why did Hannity not touch the story? Now, Al Sharpton said he was a cat, not a rat. Do you know who Al Sharpton actually is? Most of you never heard of him. You have no idea who the man is. Well, just do Google on Al Sharpton and Detective Pagonis. You'll know who he is. Research Tawana Brawley and Al Sharpton. You'll know who he is. 2 questions for the show to open with. 855-407-282. 1. Who are the 10 worst people in American history and why? 2. Is Al Sharpton a villain or a hero? He's saying he's a hero. He actually says he's a hero. Now we have other hypocrisies on this hip-hop show today. Senator Dick Durbin, who called our U.S. Marines Nazis and fascists during the early days of the war in Iraq. Dick Durbin is running the Equal Pay Day Act, trying to say that women are not paid fairly. Dick Durbin wants to push the Paycheck Fairness Act. And yet Dick Durbin, it turns out, pays women on his staff about $11,000 lower than the average male salary. I rest my case. I mean, there's nothing more that can be said about it. I want to play another soundbite and open up another question, which is this. In the following clip, President Obama says America's educational system should be more like Germany's. It's worth listening to, and then I'm going to have a question and comment.